Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's Keisha, the Do It All Diva. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. And thank you so much to all of you who have subscribed to my channel. I feel so honored and blessed that you want to be part of this journey and you're enjoying my videos so far. So thank you so much. Today's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be really brief, but this binder here is like my major important events. And if you want to see how I establish a budget for these particular events, then stay tuned. Well, today we're going to really focus on one particular event that I know maybe some of you may relate to: weddings. Yes, girl, weddings. So, no, not my own, but one that I am going to. So today I just want to write down some of the things that I know are going to be associated with this wedding, like travel, gifts, you know, hotels, etc. Establish a budget that I'm comfortable with, and then when I'm stuffing, at least I'm stuffing with the purpose and I know exactly how much I'm going to spend on the wedding. Okay, so let's get right to it. This tracker is from thebudgetmom.com. This is a free printable. I will link her link down below. I use this all the time when I'm establishing all my sinking funds. It's just very easy to follow. One of the first things, at least, that I know we're going to have to spend on this budget, and I'm just going to bring you guys in, is our flight. Okay, our flight. We are in Georgia. This wedding is in Baltimore, Maryland, so we are going to have to travel. Another thing that I'm probably not going to have to budget for, that I was initially budgeting for, is a rental car and a hotel. I spoke to my girlfriend, and I think my husband and I are just going to crash over there with her and her husband. We'll go to the wedding together. We'll do all that together. That's definitely a great savings there. One thing we are going to have to need, of course, is food. Next for me is hair and makeup. For this wedding, I think I want to get my makeup professionally done, so I want to make sure I budget for that. Then we obviously need our attire, okay, our outfits. Next thing we need, which is important, it probably should have been the top of the list, is our gifts. What we're going to give them, okay? Then I put a category in here called fun. And this is because, you know, if we go a day before, we stay a day later. We have friends. We lived in the DC area for 8 years, so we probably will see a couple of friends or so. So if we want to get a drink or do anything like that, I definitely want to have some fun money. Miscellaneous, I always like to get, or always have miscellaneous in any budget that I do. Travel, this is essentially when we're in the airport, we want to get a snack or coffee or something like that. Just want to have a few dollars for that. Tips, I don't think we're going to have anyone servicing us where we will have to have a tip, but I always like to have a couple dollars in for tips. And then for sure, I know there is a bridal shower. Now, I don't know if there's a bachelorette party, and if there is, it probably is going to be in Maryland, so I'm not going to travel to Maryland twice. So the bridal party, the bridal shower happens to be in Georgia, which is perfect for me, so that works out. So these are the major categories that, or the major things that I know I will need to spend money for this particular trip. So now let's go in and actually associate some dollar values to that. So I'm gonna switch over to my friction erasable pen. I use this anytime I do a budget because it's erasables. So the flight, all right, girl, so it depends. We're gonna fly a low-cost carrier, AKA Spirit. My husband hates it. He calls it the Greyhound of the skies, but it is the most budget-friendly flight. I'm gonna say $170 right now. Okay, on the high end. Okay, for food, now I always consider a wedding day as a meal because it's a reception, but the wedding's at 6 p.m., so we're gonna have to eat up until 6 p.m. Then we have the travel day, so it really depends on when we're traveling. And then if we're gonna go out to dinner with our friends, I don't even want to write this number. I'm gonna say $300. I don't even think we're gonna spend that much, but I'm gonna say $300. So hair and makeup, girl, I'm gonna say $200. Attire, attire is really for my husband, so I am going to say $200. Okay, y'all see how these numbers are quickly adding up, right? Okay. Gift. I want to come back to gift because I want us to talk that through, okay? Fun, anything that we do with someone is going to be associated with the meal. So I'm just going to say an extra $50. Because if we go out with anybody, it's going to be anything we do with someone is going to be related to food, but I just give us an extra $50 in case we just go get drinks or something like that. Miscellaneous is usually a low number. I'm just going to put $10. Travel, I'm going to do $20. Like I said, this is usually airport snacks or something, so you know airport stuff is usually expensive. For tips, I don't think I'm going to have any reason to tip anyone, but I will do $10. Now, the bridal shower, let's talk about that. You know what, before I even get to that, let's just see where we are. Let's just see where we are on the things we have going on. So let's just add 70 plus 300 plus 200, 200 plus 50 plus 10 plus 20 plus 10. We're at 960. I'm gonna have to adjust these numbers a little bit because I really want to be at $1,000. Let's see where I can shave off some money because I want to make sure I have enough for a gift and I want to make sure I have enough for the bridal shower. So let's go back to the chart. So food, I was being very generous with food, and I think I was being very generous. I can't even say generous with hair and makeup. So let me just take this down. These erasable pens are the ish, girl. I'm gonna put it down below in the description box. I'm gonna bring food down $50, and I'm gonna bring hair and makeup down. I'm gonna bring it down to $150. That's $100 saved. Okay, so we're at $960. Let me just subtract $100. We're at $860. Let me just. So I have $140 to play with between the gift and the bridal shower, which still is not enough. So the attire, this was also very generous with the attire. $150. I could drop that down. $150. So I believe I had $140 plus $50 more. $190. Okay, so we are at $190. Right here, like I said, for tips, there's no one really servicing me on this trip, but I will have $5. I just always want to have something. Okay, so let me add $5. And where can I grab another $5? I'm just going to grab another $5 for miscellaneous. This is real-time budgeting, guys. This is real. Okay, $200. All right. Okay, I feel good with that. Now, so we have the gift and the bridal shower. So let's talk it through. So the gift, they just want you to give money towards their honeymoon, which I think is fine. And like I said, the bridal shower is like giving them something, you know, that you would give to a bride. So again, I don't know if I have to pay for food for the bridal shower. So I'm just going to say $100. And then that leaves me $100 for a gift. Okay, so the bridal shower is before the actual wedding. So if I do not spend the entire $100 for the bridal shower, I will put that money towards the gift. Does that make sense? So hopefully, let me add all these up. I should be at $1,000 because that is my max budget for this wedding, $1,000. So let's start again and see if we're at the 1,000. Okay, we are at $1,000. Great. So that is my max. So because that's my max, I'm clearly going to be looking for opportunities to save money in these areas. Now, so there's a lot of variable expenses in here, meaning that I can dictate exactly how much I spend. So, yeah, so we'll try to find some cost savings in here along the way. So now let's just go ahead and complete this out. So the due date for the flight really is right now. I'm just gonna say October. I'm gonna say October, okay? So how many months do I have to save? So it's asking me how many months I have to save. So I really have 1 month to save. So this wedding is in November, just to give you guys. So I should have started earlier to do this, but hey, we are where we are, right? So how much have I already saved? 0. How much do I have left to save? I have $170 to save. And so how much I need to save per month? So I need to save this full amount by next month, this full amount by next month, okay? So the food I don't need until November, okay? November. So how many months do I have to save? So the time I'm filming this is the middle of September. The wedding is almost like the middle of November. So I have 2 months to save. All right. So you see the difference between these two? Like the flight I want to book now, right? So I need this money right away. But the food I have a little bit of time to save up to get to that. So how much have I already saved? 0. So how much left to save? I need to save $250. So that means how much do I need to save per month? So if I have 2 months and I need to save $250, I need to save $125 a month. Okay, I hope that's making sense. Okay, so right here, I've already established how much I need to save per month. And since I'm a weekly or, bi-monthly cash stuffer, just depends on my money flowing, I'm gonna make one more category and just do per week. I'm gonna break it down a little bit further per week, okay? So the time I'm filming this, it's the middle of September. So let's just call it September 15th, okay? For the first one, I wanna have this by October. Let's say October 15th. So I wanna give myself 4 weeks to come up with this money. Let's just divide, just to make it easy, 170 divided by 4 weeks. I need 4 weeks to come up with this money. So I need to save, on average, $42.50 per week, okay? So we're just gonna call it $43, okay? So for food, it's $125 per month. So there's 4 weeks in a month, so 125 divided by 4, so $31.25 per week. Let's just call this $31. So I need to save $31 per week for food. Now, I may or may not get to these numbers, but I just want to give myself a range on how much I should be stuffing if possible, okay? Next here in May. That's $75 divided by 4. Let's call that $19 per week. A tie is also $75, which is called that $19 per week. The gift is $50 per month, so 50 divided by 4 is $12.50, which is called that $13 per week. Fun, 25 divided by 4 is $6.25, which is called $6. Okay, $5 is going to knock this out one time. Well, it's going to mess up my math if I do $5. I'm just going to do $1 for that. And I'm just going to do $2 for this. And I'm going to do $1 for that. I really shouldn't even add it in. Okay, and the bridal shower is $25 per week. Okay, so did you guys see how I got all of that? At first, I established my goal. When is it due? How many months do I have to get there? How much have I saved already, which is 0. Okay, how much do I need to save per month? And then because I like to budget weekly, how much do I need to budget per week? So now I'm just gonna add this all up and see how much I should be stuffing per week to reach this goal. Okay, that's $160. Now I can tell you off the bat, I'm not going to stuff $160 per week for this event because I have other things that are a priority for me. But this would be a good reference for me to know how much I need for each thing. So the one thing I am going to focus on are the bridal shower, because that's coming up the quickest, and the flight. Okay, so these two items are probably what I'm going to really be stuffing for over the next few weeks to ensure that I can meet those two goals. I do savings challenges. I have extra money in my cash envelopes. So when those opportunities come up, I'll use those extra funds to kind of make up the gap here. But just imagine if I would have started this a little earlier. Okay, so just imagine if you can think about things that are upcoming and you can start earlier. So obviously the earlier you start, the less these weekly contributions or monthly contributions will be. We have a budget. So I was going to use my old savings, my tracker from the last wedding, but girl, I have a whole stack of these. These you can find right on Amazon. I'm just gonna put my goal up here on my budget, just so I know. So yeah, I have my son's birthday, I have my birthday, so there are a lot of other important events coming up before this wedding that require like this kind of weekly contribution. So again, I'm not going to kill myself to get to that number before I need to get there, but at least I have a budget and I know what I'm working towards. And more so, I know, looking at it now on paper, okay, where can I save money? I'm gonna try to find a fit that only costs so much, or something, again, like I said, the food, I have to be mindful of spending that. I need to book this ticket right away so I can get a better deal. So things like that, areas like that, I'll be focusing on so I can bring this cost down. A budget is just a guideline. You don't wanna go over it, but you definitely want to find opportunities to save money. So I hope this video was helpful and you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you do budgets for events like this, if you do sinking funds, girl, and more importantly, how y'all feel about my gift giving. Like, is $100 good enough? Thanks so much. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, join the family, join your girl, be part of the journey, be part of the joy and the fun and excitement, where we're talking about all things budgeting, planning, lifestyle, hustling. If you're a mom, you do it all. You get the drift. So again, thanks so much. Until next time, later.